Hello, all of you monsters and or aliens. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Monsters vs. Aliens. It's a 2009 animation directed by Rob Letterman and Conrad Vernon. Rob Letterman has done Shark Tale, Gulliver's Travels, Detective Pikachu, Goosebumps, and more. And Conrad has done Madagascar 3, Shrek 2, Addams Family, and Sausage Party. So a lot of really decent movies, starring the voice acting talent of Reese Witherspoon, Seth Rogen, Rainn Wilson, Paul Rudd, Will Arnett, and Hugh Laurie. Reese Witherspoon is from American Psycho. Link in the description. I've done a review on that. Also in Legally Blonde and Sing. Seth Rogen with his iconic laugh is from Bad Neighbors, and I think he's the Mantis in Kung Fu Panda. Rainn Wilson, I know from The Office. Paul Rudd, I know from Ant-Man, Anchorman, and Living With Yourself. Actually a really cool show, that one. Will Arnett is from BoJack Horseman, and he is also Lego Batman. And Hugh Laurie is from House, and surprisingly, he's in Stuart Little. I have no clue how. So, what's the movie about? Human woman Susan is having her lovely wedding, but a meteor rudely interrupts her by smashing directly into her from outer space. Luckily, this isn't your average meteor, so instead of getting crushed into a million pieces, Susan grows 50 feet tall instead. Derek, the groom-to-be, gets cold feet because he's a pussy. For some reason, I don't know why. And Susan is pretty quickly captured by the government. So Susan wakes up in a government facility and meets a cockroach, a blob, a fish, and Insectosaurus. Nah, I'm kidding. It's the other monsters, Dr. Cockroach, Bob the Blob, the Missing Link, and Insectosaurus. That's pretty much the same. Their backstories are all hilarious, so I recommend you check them out in your own time. I think they're pretty funny. Susan feels left out, so General Monga gives her a really badass nickname, Big Susan. I'm kidding. No, she's now called Ginormica, which actually pretty awesome name in my opinion. We're introduced to Galaxar, an alien who wants to extract the meteor's power. The same meteor that Susan has absorbed, I think. So that's a bit of a problem. So in typical supervillain style, he sends out some henchmen to do it for him. And Galaxar's robot lands in the city. Shit. It's a big robot, by the way. The President of the United States then attempts to seduce the robots with song and dance. By far one of the most badass scenes in the whole movie. He then fails so badly that it starts attacking the city. Nice one, dumbass. Obviously, the military stands no chance, so the government has to enlist the monsters to fight the aliens. Get it? So the gang fight the giant robots and absolutely smoke it because Susan is such a girl boss. Yes, queen. As a reward, Susan gets to go back home, only to get dumped by Derek. Nice. To be fair, I understand where Derek is coming from. He didn't sign up for a giant wife. Team Derek for the win. Galaxar then captures Susan and extracts her meteor powers to launch an invasion on Earth. Shit. So then the monsters go save Susan, get her giant powers again. The monsters destroy the alien mothership. Bob finally gets over Derek. The Missing Link gets some smoking hot babes. All's well that ends well. The end. Yeah, I did exaggerate a few things from the storyline, but in all seriousness, this movie is really awesome. I did leave out a bunch of scenes like Susan hiding from the giant robots. Like a nerd, because it'll sound cool if she's just a girl boss, you know. For a 2009 movie, the animation here is incredible. The action is fast and precise, but still has slapstick humor when it calls for it, like people flailing around like morons, of course. So they have a nice balance, you know. The faces and expressions are very detailed, and Bob is very handsome. Circling back to the slapstick comedy, this movie is very funny. Not just like children humor like fart jokes. The dialogue is always really clever, except for Bob. Even when they set up really bad jokes, there's just so many jokes that it works, you know. It's a lot of fun. Voice acting is great. Shout out to Seth Rogen for his signature laugh. It makes Bob's character 100 times funnier. The soundtrack is also fine. Nothing crazy. It is cool. And lastly, for the kids, there's even a message about loving yourself for who you are. So cute. So although that being said, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. It's been ages since I watched this, so I know that there's no nostalgia to make this biased. It's really just that much fun. So if you like feel-good movies, really funny movies, or just a twist on the superhero genre, you'll like this movie. Side rant, I ship Bob and Derek. I'm going to say it here and first. I'm the leader of this crew. I know these two had a bit of falling out at the end, but look how they look at each other. They're still an item, okay? I will ship these two. I will die on this hill. Bob and Derek, get back together. Please, in the sequel, there's no sequel, but make a sequel so Bob and Derek can get together for once. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.